Welcome to Our Town, Our Time on RTV 32. I'm your host, Michelle Hemphill. We have a great show for you this week. I have Karen Wintrow, Yellow Springs Chamber of Commerce Executive Director, Bill Robinson, who is the CEO of Villa Springfield Health and Rehabilitation Center, and Chris Moore, the Executive Director of the Springfield Arts Council. And later in the show, I'm going to make a special announcement, so you don't want to miss. Stay tuned to Our Town, Our Time on RTV 32. We are so fortunate in Springfield to have so many great communities surrounding our area. One of those communities is one of my favorites, Yellow Springs, Ohio. And with me today is the Executive Director, Karen Wintrow, of the Yellow Springs Chamber of Commerce. Welcome, Karen.
Thanks, Michelle. It's great to be here.
Well, I really appreciate it. Now tell us, Yellow Springs always has a ton of things going on. So tell us what you have coming up.
Well, we have, actually, I just got off of Street Fair yesterday, which is one of our biggest events of the year. If
it's
anybody
a great
missed
event.
it, yes. If anybody missed it, it's coming again October 13th.
Great.
But the rest of the summer is also very busy. June 15th is the Art Stroll, where all of the galleries and shops in downtown Yellow Springs will be open later into the evening, usually closing around 8 or 9. Obviously, our restaurants are always open late. We've got the Little Art Theater to see movies and wine tasting and music downtown, so there's always something going on. And that Friday night also we'll have Soulfire Tribe performing, who are our fire dancers. So that will be ending the evening at about whenever it's dark, around 9:30 or so.
And where will they actually be performing?
I honestly don't know where they'll be performing right now, but you know, Yellow Springs is so small that it's easy to get around, and there will be information at the train station, Yellow Springs Station, right in the center of town, telling people where everything is. Look for the crowd, and that's where you'll find Soulfire Tribe.
Well, that's great. And then you have something scheduled almost every weekend, don't you?
Just about every weekend. Actually, the next day on the 16th, we have a jeweler's showcase where at the Corner Cone, which is our little in-town dairy bar, they'll be having jewelry vendors there all day Saturday, and we have a lot of wonderful jewelry shops in downtown Yellow Springs, and they'll all be open, obviously, and having some special features and doing some special things also. So it's really all about jewelry on Saturday, June 16th.
The 16th, that sounds fabulous. And then the bike path obviously comes right through, and you get a lot of traffic from people riding their bikes. I know from Springfield to Yellow Springs is a nice ride.
It's a
if you're in shape.
It's a very popular ride, and we get a ton of people. The bike trail, I think, as far as the other chambers of commerce and visitors bureau, I'm lucky enough that my office is actually right on the bike trail. I don't think anybody else has that opportunity. So I see how many people plan vacations around the bike trails in this region, because you know we have 200 and some miles, maybe 300 miles of interconnected trails that are absolutely fantastic, and people come from all over the country for these bike trails.
Right, and I don't think people realize that.
It's amazing. Families come, spend a week, they'll center themselves in one location and go out a different direction each day. So it's a fabulous attraction for Yellow Springs.
Well, and you also have John Bryant Park and Glen Helen.
Glen Helen is right next door to Yellow Springs. It's right on the bike trail also, and then John Bryant is next to that, and then it kind of ends with Clifton Gorge. It's all one forested area, 3 different parks within one forested area.
Well,
it's
and they're
really
beautiful.
Incredible.
And during the summer, aren't there a lot of day camps and different things for kids that all the parks offer?
Well, eco camps, Glen Helen offers eco camps during the summer. Those are overnight camps, and there are day camps for younger children also. And they have a lot of weekend programming going on also that's for adults and children.
That's great. Now the street fair that just ended, that you'll have again, you have it twice a year usually,
Twice a
don't
year.
you?
The second Saturday in October, or excuse me, in October and June, yes.
Okay, and who is that? All the vendors there in Yellow Springs, or do you have outside vendors come in?
We have about over 200 vendors come in. Plus, obviously, our shops and restaurants are all open. They all tell us it's their busiest day. So the vendors are in the middle of the street.
Right.
We leave the sidewalks open so it's easy for people to walk from the vendors into the shops. So, and that's what street fair is really all about. It's about bringing people to Yellow Springs so they see what Yellow Springs has to offer every day.
Right, the exposure.
So our merchants love it. We bring in things that we don't have locally.
Mm-hmm.
We try to have really unusual vendors, and we try to change it up each year, and also make sure that we don't have a lot of repetition of vendors.
Right, keep it fresh.
Right.
And in July you have some exciting things coming up also, don't you?
July's a lot of fun. Well, obviously we'll have the 4th of July, we have our fireworks, and we have a parade downtown, and that will be on the 4th. And then on the 20th of July, we have the Cirque Carnival, which is this is our 3rd year, and it is a giant street party on Dayton Street and Corey Street. The folks at that end of town felt a little bit ignored during street fair because street fair pretty much centers on Xenia Avenue. So
right downtown.
Right. So a couple of the merchants on Dayton Street got the idea of having a street fair another time of the year, and it is just a really fabulous event. We'll have music going there's 3 separate stages, music going. There'll be performances by YS Kids Playhouse. Last year we had stilt walkers, hula hoopers, face painters. It's a great family event, and it's not just music, it's all kinds of performances that are happening, and entertainment.
Well, that's wonderful. Karen, I want to thank you very much. If everybody can come out and support Yellow Springs and the Chamber and all the activities there, I'm sure Karen would appreciate it.
Absolutely.
It's a beautiful town and a beautiful community right next to ours. Thank you again for stopping by.
Thanks a lot, Michelle.
And now we'll have some better living tips.
Hello once again, Randy Jacobs from RTV 32 with some better living tips once again in Urbana at Cubbert Distributing with Chris, the owner. Hello, Chris. How are you today?
Just fine, thank you.
Fantastic. Now, pretty as a bow. That's what they always said about me. I'm kidding, of course. My wife was pretty as a bow. But making the perfect bow, it's not everything it's cracked up to be. I understand you have some special tips for us on how to do this. So tell me what we're looking at here and what we're going to accomplish.
This is a bow maker, and I guarantee you, if you use this, you will make a perfect bow every time. There are different holes in it, so you can adjust the pegs to create different size bows. As you can see, we did a little teeny tiny one. We can go up to a bigger one. Very easy to do, and I can show you how.
Fantastic. Let's see how to create a perfect bow.
Okay, I have a piece of ribbon probably about 12 inches long. I'm going to anchor it down on the right-hand side with my thumb. Just going to wrap it around and go right through the middle and pull it underneath. Pull that side down, and then we'll just simply tie it right in the center. Now, that is it. Now, look at that. Just that easy. We have a perfect bow. One thing really nice about this, it's not going to come untied. You can tug and tug and tug. This is solid and sturdy. So if you put it on a card or a present or a tag, it's not going to unravel or undo before it's finished.
And of course, these are the kinds of pieces of art that we can create using these special bows. Now, this is something that I've never seen before, a bow maker. Where would someone pick something up like this? Any ideas?
Why, of course. Just come to Cubbert Distributing, and you can get a bow maker as easy as that.
And all the ribbon that you would need?
We carry ribbon as well.
Outstanding. So Cubbert Distributing in Urbana with Chris. I'm Randy Jacobs on RTV 32. We'll be back right after this.
If you are a scrapbooker, crafter, woodworker, toy maker, or decorative painter, we invite you to discover Covert Distributing.
You'll find hundreds of creative painting tutorials, craft supplies, and wood products, in addition to a wide range of power tool accessories. We offer classes on painting, card making, and paper crafting. Shop our huge selection and watch for specials online, on Facebook, and in our store. You'll find something new every week. Covert Distributing. Come discover the exciting world of art that's waiting for you.
Springfield's premier flooring store is James Flooring. With a full line of ceramic, porcelain, and natural stone, as well as a great selection of in-stock and specialty ordered carpet, laminate, hardwood, and vinyl flooring, you are sure to find the perfect complement to your decor. And you can count on James Flooring professionals with the free measuring services. James Flooring installs everything they sell. Their professional installers will make your project look great, and it'll keep looking great for years to come. James Flooring, 950 Bechtel Avenue in Springfield. Flooring solutions that are right for you.
Crossroads Coins is paying immediate cash for old silver dollars, silver coins, and old U.S. money. Cash for anything stamped 10, 14, 18, or 22 karat gold, damaged or not. Top price for any sterling silver items and men's old watches. Also paying cash for 1930s through 60s baseball, football, and basketball cards. Old war souvenirs like helmets, hats, medals, swords, and uniforms. Almost anything military. Call 1-888-416-COIN. Crossroads Coins, 344 East National Road in Vandalia.
Spring is in full bloom. It's time to plan a trip to Capelli's Country Gardens. Open 7 days a week with beautiful annuals, hanging baskets, trees, shrubs, seeds, fertilizer, mulch, potting soil, and rose bushes too. You'll find them all at Capelli's. When you want the finest in planting and gardening products, you want Capelli's Country Gardens. Just a short drive from anywhere on Leffel Lane in Springfield. Capelli's Country Gardens. They grow memories.
Welcome back to Our Town, Our Time on RTV 32. I'm joined now by Bill Robinson. He's the CEO of Villa Springfield Health and Rehabilitation Center. Welcome, Bill.
Thanks, Michelle.
Well, you know, Villa's near and dear to my heart.
Yes.
Yes.
Why?
Right. Tell us a little bit about Villa and what it has to offer and what's going on there.
Well, Villa Springfield has been serving the community since 1984. Our focus is more short-term rehab, but we also have long-term rehab. We offer our long-term care, and we offer respite care also for someone who may need to take a vacation, bring their loved one in for a couple days, a week, and those are the main things that we really do there. Okay,
and when you say short-term rehab, what exactly? If I didn't know anything about it, what does that mean?
Short-term rehab, it can it varies. It depends on the surgical operation or needs that you may have. Maybe you have a knee replaced, or a hip replaced, or something, or a rotator cuff, or whatever, and you're not quite ready to go home yet, and you need maybe 2 weeks to 10 days out
of therapy.
Come in and get therapy for rehab, and hopefully the goal is to return home.
And what kind of therapies do you offer?
Occupational therapy, physical therapy, and speech therapy. We also do some things like Tai Chi, a lot of things they do with the Wii bowling, and things like that, but mainly the physical therapy and occupational therapy.
Now, I know it's kind of a scary thing. People talk about nursing homes, which we don't refer to Villa as a nursing home. No, it's a rehab center. Things have changed. They've come a long way since.
Nursing homes aren't what nursing homes used to be.
Right.
And unfortunately, the way the economy is today, most people have to work. Both couples have to work.
Right.
Both partners. So unfortunately, there's not the availability to go home and
take care.
take care of their loved one. And today, it's not. It's the rules and regulations have changed over the years, and it's more like a home-like environment. People can come in, and we try to make it as, if you're going to be there long term, we try to make it as home-like as possible.
Sure.
And if you're there for short term, you know, you have a private room, and the rooms are nicely decorated, so you're only there for a short period of time.
Yeah, they're more like rehab suites.
It's rehab suites,
And
yes.
there's 38 of them.
There's 38 of them.
And depending on what you had done, you could be there as short as a week up to 30 days or more,
Or
whatever you
longer,
would
yes.
need.
Mhm, whatever you need. And depends also on your insurance.
Right.
We're governed a lot by HMOs, which
Right.
are not your traditional Medicare
Right.
plans. So a lot of times, unfortunately, they dictate the amount of therapy you may receive and the time that you'll be there.
Because they know more sitting at their desk than they do the physician or the
Supposedly, they know
therapist.
more,
Yes, unfortunately.
But unfortunately, it's not always in the best interest of the resident
Sure.
or the patient who's coming, because sometimes progress can be held up for multiple reasons. Maybe medically things aren't going well for you right now, but
Mm-hmm.
you do progress, and sometimes insurance companies don't always seem to understand that process.
Right. Now, you mentioned the regulations. Villa Springfield just had their annual survey, which is done by the state every year in every facility.
Correct.
So tell us what happened at
Well,
yours.
it's always an annual process, and it's unannounced survey. You can usually have 5 to 6 surveyors come in, and there's over 550 regulations that a facility must meet.
Mm-hmm.
And we were fortunate enough this year to receive a deficiency-free survey.
That's
so we met all
fantastic.
550 regulations.
Right, and that's hard to do. They're there for 4 or 5 days.
They're there for at least 5 days, 8-hour days, come in on different shifts, and they're monitoring everything from your dining room to your medical care.
Right.
So it really is a challenge to achieve that. And with the team that I have, I'm blessed. We've got a great team. Everyone works well together, and we have the common goal is to provide the best care we can for our residents.
Sure.
So everyone's on the same page.
Now, sending people home from the short-term rehab, how many have you sent home already this year?
I think so far we sent home about 130 people.
Right.
So far, our goal was to send home over 200 people this year.
And you're already at 130.
We're already at 130, so I'm sure that we're going to achieve that goal by the end of the year.
Yeah, it sure sounds like it. So you do anything from orthopedic rehab to cardiac rehab to
Absolutely.
stroke.
Yeah, stroke recovery, urinary incontinence, if that's an issue that you can
Sure.
come in. We do ultrasound, dynathermy, things like that to help restore the bladder.
Okay.
And like I said, rotator cuffs, depends on the need. We can handle most anything.
That's great. Now, what about a physician? Say I have a physician. Does he come to your building? Do I keep
Not
my same?
necessarily. We have a medical director, Dr.
Okay.
Patel, who, in my years of experience, is probably one of the best medical directors I've ever worked with.
I agree.
And Dr. Patel's there 3 days a week. He tries to see all the residents while he's there. And most of the time, your referring physician does not visit the skilled nursing rehabs.
So
But they
does
do communicate.
right? Dr. Patel and their physician,
And their physician
communicate,
communicate,
or their
yes.
orthopedic surgeon, or whoever their surgeon.
Discuss the plan of care and try to keep the medical director from the community involved. So when the residents discharged, we're all on the same page home.
Now, Villa is very active in the community.
Very active in the community.
Does a lot of fundraising and different things for nonprofits.
Yes.
And July 14th, you have an event coming up.
We have a tree planting event and also in the celebration of Flag Day.
That's great.
And it's at 2 p.m.
And everybody's welcome to
Everybody's
come.
welcome. It's 701 Villa Road.
And-
And we encourage the community to come out and celebrate
Sure.
that with us.
Well, that would be great. And you just finished up a senior hunger drive, food drive.
Yes, very involved in that.
Right.
Also, we were involved in the Clark County Leadership Program this year, so it was a great opportunity to do some networking out in the community and find out what other needs might be out in the community that Villa Springfield can help with.
Right.
We're a for-profit company, but we believe that our community is our number one asset.
That's right.
And being involved in the community is extremely important to Villa Springfield. So we also were involved in a campaign for the food drive this year for Second Harvest National Second Harvest
Food bank
yeah.
and empty bowls.
And Empty Bowls is a wonderful event. We do that
Right.
every year.
And then this summer again, you're going to collect items to send to the troops overseas. I know we do that
every
twice a year.
Yeah, collect for the soldiers, and we think that's very important to. Without our soldiers, we wouldn't have our freedom. So
Right.
we support our troops.
Right. That's great. Now, with respite stay, do you keep them A day, over the
We can keep
weekend,
'em
whatever.
A day, we can keep them over the weekend, we can keep them up to a week, 2 weeks, depends on whatever the need is of the caregiver.
Okay.
They may, like I said earlier, may just need a vacation, may go away or have something, other events that they need to attend, that they can bring their resident to Villa Springfield, and we'll take care of them for the amount of time that's needed.
That's wonderful.
It's really nice.
Well, I really appreciate you being here, Bill.
Yeah, thank you, Michelle.
And Villa is a wonderful facility.
It is a wonderful facility.
It is.
We have
Everybody does a
110
good job.
beds, and one thing I like to mention too is we always do pre-registration programs.
Right.
So if you know that you're going to have a knee surgery in a month from now,
Mm-hmm.
we encourage you to come in, take a tour, sign your paperwork, see the rooms you're going to go in, meet the staff, and it relieves a lot of anxiety.
Right.
Prior to, when you leave the hospital and, you're still under anesthesia and, there's a lot coming at you at one time.
Sure.
So we encourage a pre-registration program that you can come in, pre-register, get all that taken care of, so it'll decrease your anxiety post-operatively.
That's great. Well, thank you very much for
Thank you,
being
Michelle.
here. And I appreciate it. Give Villa Springfield a call if you have any questions.
Yes.
And the number's
399-5551.
fantastic. Coming up next, I have Chris Moore, the Executive Director of the Springfield Arts Council. And right now, we're going to take a look at the weather for the week.
Welcome to Villa Springfield Health and Rehabilitation Center. We specialize in short-term rehabilitation and long-term care with everything from physical and occupational therapy to speech and pulmonary rehabilitation. Villa Springfield also offers outpatient therapy. We truly believe that we are family serving families. With strong ties to the community, Villa Springfield supports organizations that support our friends and neighbors. Villa Springfield Health and Rehabilitation Center. It's your choice. Come and experience the difference.
Work's piling up at the office, and I have to get out of here and chauffeur them to
Scouts, soccer, karate.
And at some point, we need to sit down for a real dinner that I can afford. Thankfully, Cece's Pizza's $4.99 endless value dinner is hot, fresh, and ready for us. 20 varieties of delicious pizza, along with hearty pasta, fresh salad, and some decadent desserts. I'm making this look way too easy. It's always a lifesaver when I hear,
Hi, welcome to Cece's.
There is only one Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram dealer in the Miami Valley that pledges to beat the competition by at least $500. Gallings Arena Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
I pledge.
I pledge. We pledge. I pledge to beat the competition by at least $500. Come in now for the Chrysler Town & Country event. Over 35 minivans available with as much as $5,000 off list price. Or check out the Chrysler 200 Dodge Avenger. Over 50 in stock, and right now they start at $16,988.
Go, Gallings, go!
Welcome back to Our Town, Our Time on RTV 32. I promised you a special announcement, and I'm going to give it to you now. On June 30th, we're going to be taping our show at Caesars Creek Flea Market. And I want to invite everybody there to come and see the show being taped and enjoy the flea market. That'll be on June 30th. Right now, I'm joined by Chris Moore, the Executive Director of the Springfield Arts Council. Thank you, Chris, for coming.
Thanks for having me, Michelle.
Well, it's exciting. We're going right into the Summer Arts Festival.
Starts this weekend.
I'm excited. It's not too far from my house, so I can walk.
That's great.
It's nice. Let's talk a little bit about the logistics and how people can put their chairs down there and that kind of stuff.
Well, since it's a free event, you can bring your lawn chairs at 6 a.m. in the morning.
Okay.
Leave them out all day. Come back when it's concert time. They'll be right where you left them. And we do ask that you take them at home each evening after the performance,
right,
so that the National Trails folks can take care of the lawns and all of those kinds of good things that help make the festival what it is.
It is. It's fantastic events all summer long. Funding for it. it's free, and everybody enjoys that it's free, but it's really not free.
Well, no. There are a lot of costs involved, and we have, thankfully, we have over 40 corporate and foundation sponsors
Wow,
locally
that's wonderful.
who help make it possible for us each year. And of course, we pass the hat at every one of our performances during intermission. So in addition to your lawn chair, bring a couple of bucks for the hat when we pass it, and that's how we make it work.
Well, that's wonderful. And how many years has the Summer Arts Festival been going on?
This is our 46th festival.
Wow.
It started back in 1967 when Jackson Wiley, who was the conductor of the Springfield Symphony at that time, decided Springfield had needed a festival during the summer, and we've been fortunate to have one every year since then.
Since then. I had no idea it's been going on that long.
46 years.
That's fantastic. So let's talk a little bit about some events that we have coming.
Great. Well, this weekend, we're starting off this year with our Rib Fest. Typically, we close the festival with a Rib Fest and open with a musical, but we're switching things around this year. We're actually closing the closing the festival with Hairspray this year, which is going to be a great big way to close things out.
How fun.
But our opening weekend is our Rib Fest, and Friday night, the 15th, is Phil Dirt and the Dozers, always a popular group from the Columbus area.
Huge. That one I'm glad I walked to.
Yeah. And on Saturday night, we have a group called Trial by Fire, which is going to be a great evening of rock music. It's the music of Journey.
Oh, okay.
And then on Saturday night, our Springfield Symphony will be doing a performance of classics, and they'll be ending their program with the 1812 Overture, which is always a fun just right before the 4th of July.
It is. That's fantastic. Right. And then the musical is? The
musical is Hairspray. It's at the end of the festival, before nights on July the 19th through the 22nd, but we have lots of great things in the middle. Our second weekend, we have our wine tasting, and on Friday night of that week, we have a national group called Big Bad Voodoo Daddy, and of course, a popular act that everybody remembers, Blood, Sweat, and Tears. They're going to be here on Saturday night for a concert. We're having a concert of great bluegrass music on Sunday evening that weekend. Something new we're doing this year on Sunday afternoons, we're having something called Summer Sundays. They're going to be happening at 2 o'clock on the lawn at the Springfield Center for the Arts, which most of us remember as the Springfield Museum of Art.
Right.
Out there on the lawn at 2 o'clock every Sunday during the 6 weeks of the festival. We'll be having some entertainment there, and there'll be ice cream treats. So it's
Cold
Summer
Stone.
Sundays.
Yes, Cold Stone ice cream.
Yeah.
That should bring them in.
And the nice thing about having these afternoon events is some of our older folks don't like to go out in the evening.
Well, or don't drive at night.
That's true. And so this gives them an opportunity to come out during the day.
To enjoy.
Right.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Right. Now, as far as parking, it's pretty much either in the Arts Council or Art Museum parking lot or along the park road.
There is a lawn area just to the west of the stage, and you could park there. It's all first come, first serve. It's all free. The Wittenberg campus is very close by, of course.
Right.
You can park all up through the campus area. We have a walkway that comes down from Wittenberg Avenue. So there are lots of
options.
Ways lots of options.
So that shouldn't deter anybody.
Right. We also have a senior parking area for those
I didn't know that.
And a handicap parking area, which provides our older citizens an opportunity to get a little bit closer to the audience seating area.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, Chris, I want to thank you for coming, and I want to encourage everybody, if you have not been to any of the Summer Arts Festival events, they're fantastic and enjoyable for the whole family.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's something for everyone there. I want you to tune in next week. It's going to be a special Father's Day, Flag Day special show. And right now, we're going to show you footage from the Memorial Day Parade here in Springfield. Thanks for tuning in to Our Town, Our Time on RTV 32.
Nestled at the top of Park Hills Drive in Fairborn, you will find the Summit at Park Hills. Offering retirement and assisted living apartments, the Summit offers compassionate care and unique services. Make yourself at home in one of our private and spacious apartments. Enjoy home-cooked meals, and your pets are welcome too. The Summit at Park Hills, offering specialized dementia care. Call or stop by today to schedule a tour. At the Summit at Park Hills, life can be great at any stage, at any age.
It's time for dinner. How about a great New York style pizza from New York Pizza in Springfield's Upper Valley Mall? Enjoy savory sauces, favorite toppings, fresh cheeses, and of course, that New York style thin and crispy crust. Not in the mood for pizza? Try a sub, sandwich, or calzone. They're great too. Not going to the mall? No problem. Give us a call and you can pick up your favorites curbside. New York Pizza, home of the Giant Pizza Challenge in the Upper Valley Mall in Springfield. Call today, 322-4880.